Hey guys, it's Dave of My Freedom Smokes. Today I'm here to talk to you about the CUBOID Lite and Exquisite D22 kit. We recently got these in. I think these are available on the site already. The sample was given to me last week, so I've been playing around with this little guy. It's a tiny little 80-watt device with a nice little tank that can be used for a direct lung or mouth-to-lung style vaping. The mouth-to-lung style coil, unfortunately, by the time this made it to my hands, somebody, I guess, had hit the buttons with a dry tank, burned it up, so I didn't get to try the mouth-to-lung coil. But I've been using the direct lung coil that's a half ohm, 20 to 35 watts, been running 23, 24 watts on there. I got 24 watts currently. That's a nice little vape, 2 mil capacity. They do include an extension for your chimney and a larger glass to make it a 3.5 mil capacity. But with something so small and such light little hits on it, even with it being direct lung, it feels more like a mouth-to-lung style of a hit, a lower power type of hit. Makes for a nice little hit. 3,000 milliamps on the built-in battery. You charge it right to the USB port on the side. It's kind of well hidden. I was flipping around earlier trying to find out where I needed to charge it at because it did need a little charge before we started the video. And I realized it's just right there in front of me the whole time. They got a side fire bar on this side, so I have a little button. It's the whole side, similar to what the smoke devices do. And then a little rocker here across the front for adjusting your wattage up and down. There's a little desk clock that was just kind of on there as it went idle. It's a little analog clock. But you can change up some of your settings. I think you can do a digital clock on here as well. Real nice little color screen on there. It almost looks like it'd be a touch screen, but it's not. It's all through the buttons, the adjustment to it. Let's see. Click that thing 3 times and go through some of the different settings on here. I can't remember if there was temperature control on this guy or not. I want to say there wasn't, just because it's kind of a simple little device. Let me glance through here real quick for you. I don't remember reading anything about temperature control or finding it in the settings, but it doesn't mean it's not in there. It's kind of one of those features you got to add to your device. Yeah, it does have the temperature control, so you can do bypass, you can do temperature in nickel, titanium, or stainless, and it does have your TCR preset modes you can put on there. So it has all those settings and features and everything in a tiny little device like this. Like I said, the direct lung coil is a 1 or a half ohm, 0.5, 20 to 35 watts. The other coil that I unfortunately did not get to use was 1.2 ohms, and it's 8 to 14 watts. But yeah, the thing was nice and burnt by the time I got it, so unfortunately I did not use that. In the box, they do give you your USB cable for charging. Anything else down in there? No. And they give you your box here that has your chimney extension, your extended glass, and then your O-rings. That power cord may have been in there as well, but kind of get the idea. They give you all your little accessories and everything. Well, it's kind of cool. They give you the smaller tank, then they give you the option to go bigger. So, alright, so let's have a couple of vapes on it. Like I said, I'm running 24 watts on this. The airflow is all the way open. That's another cool thing about the airflow on this, is you have the wide open slot for when you want to do direct lung. And then you got the smaller hole, similar to like what the Nautilus tanks have for when you want to adjust it from mouth to lung. So you can have a nice tight draw, but still adjustable. And then the tank itself is top fill. This little part right here threads off. And it's just a regular little top fill. All right, so I have a couple of vapes on her real quick. And even with the airflow all the way open, since this one side is kind of a tighter airflow than I'm used to, and I would think that this would do really well on the mouth-to-lung had I got a chance to use that mouth-to-lung coil a little more. But I can't really blame the company on that. Like I said, probably somebody messing around here just checking out and getting a feel for it may have accidentally hit the button with an empty tank, and that happens here in the shop a lot of times too. I have a customer who just want to check out devices. They'll get to play around with the button, see how everything works. Next thing you know, you smell the burnt cotton from the coil where they've actually ignited the coil. So it's something that happens. I can't be upset or hold Joyetech accountable for that one. That's not their fault at all. Now this Exquisite tank hits really well, but with the airflow being single side like that, it is a little on the tighter draw side. So I could see this tank really excelling at being a mouth-to-lung style. And like I said, unfortunately I didn't get to try that coil out because by the time the device made it to me, somebody I guess had played with a button or something and dry fired that coil, which, you know, kind of ruins the coil, so I really don't want to try to use that. But I think this thing would really work well for a mouth-to-lung style device, especially being so small like it is. I mean, You hold it in your hand, it's covered. I got medium-sized hands, kind of small hands for a guy. But everything seems to be good on this little device here. If you know somebody wanting to get into vaping with something pretty easy, something small they can carry around and not have to carry a big box mod around, this might be one for them to check out. So if you have any questions about the CUBOID Lite or the Exquisite D22, please leave them in the comments below. As always, I'm Dave with My Freedom Smokes, and thank you for vaping.